All right, back out again here at the hide. We've got the Savage Bmag for what I hope is the last part, part 3. I'm going to go ahead and roll in a steel shot now. I went ahead and ground out all of that bedding that was in contact with the front part of the, or the rear part of the barrel and this front part of the receiver here. That is all ground away. The only thing in contact now is the steel pillars and a little bit of epoxy bedding that was around those to make them flush with the wooden stock. So we're going to shoot the same battery that I shot the original video with. So still sticking with our 25 grain Winchester Varmint HE. That's all I got. So we're gonna have to rock that till the wheels fall off, but we're gonna shoot from all the way from 5 inch-pounds all the way up to 40. So if it does not work after this, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But please pause the video right now, say a prayer to the gun gods for me, and let's hope together that we have remedied the problem. Starting off at 5 inch-pounds. So this will be a feature-length video. If you want to pause and come back, or if you want to speed it along, you will not hurt my feelings any. So first shot's 5 inch-pounds, 110 yards. Two more. Last one at 5. Well, definitely not great, but a whole lot better than the last one. So let me go ahead and put this at 10. And we will try 5 more. So again, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure there is probably a lot to do with the ammunition. I mean, this Winchester stuff is what it is. It is by no means what I would consider to be a match load, but we're kind of at the mercy of factory ammunition here. So let's see if 10 inch-pounds will make any difference here for us. At least they're all hitting the shoot and see target this time. Okay. Last shot here. Okay, that's at least what I would consider to be respectable. So let's try 15. We'll take it up 5 more inch-pounds here. See what happens. Just using our Wheeler fat wrench. If you do not have one of these and you mess around with guns, you are doing yourself a disservice. That was probably some of the best money that I have spent, is one of those fat wrenches. Super easy to use. You never have to worry about stripping bolts and screws again. All right, 15 inch-pounds. Do have a little bit of wind today, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, my downrange wind is far different than up here where the benches are. It's not windy hardly at all downrange. Of course. Yep. Started off really good on that one, didn't it? All right, let's go to 20. Go to 20. Good there. Now I always start out with the front action screw and then the rear. All right, barrel's still not even barely warm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th round here. So stand by. Let's see what these do. So we are at 20 inch-pounds. So same distance, 110 yards. Fingers crossed that we find something here. Okay. Last one here at 20. All right, so with that shot there, I am going to go ahead and let the barrel cool. I'm going to let it cool all the way back off, and then we're going to try our last 4 groups. Okay, 5 more rounds. I've got the action screws torqued to 25 inch-pounds now. So we'll take our 5 shots here and see how that does. Not sure where that one went. Oh, that one went high, of course. So looks like we had one really good flyer there. Let's go ahead and take this to now 30 inch-pounds. Okay. Let's see what this does for us. All right. Right there. Get our next 5 rounds here. Now, you know, I'm not going to lie. Our results here definitely could vary with a different grain weight of ammunition or a different brand of ammunition. The 20s could shoot better, but in my experience with the guns that I've had, the 20s and 25s, they're pretty close. I personally have got a little bit better luck out of the 25s overall. I know they're on the poll that I put on the channel. You know, a lot of guys do like the 20s for sure, so you know, maybe we reshoot this once I get some of that ammunition back in. But let's try 30 inch-pounds with our 25 grainers here. So, nothing really remarkable there. Let's try 35. Let's see what happens with this. Appreciate y'all sticking around and watching. Definitely gives me the motivation to do more of this stuff for you guys, which it is pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun doing this stuff, but man, I tell you what, sometimes it sure does get frustrating, don't it? And, you know, by way of the caliber itself, you would think that it would be really accurate. I mean, it's a very fast, flat shooting cartridge. All right, 35. Man, if only we could get them all to do that. Ah, gosh, dang it. That was a good trigger press too. That's the thing that ticks me off about this rifle, or these rifles in general. It's always got to throw one, it seems. Always. And of course the great ejection we have there. All right, stepping up to our last group here, 40 inch-pounds. Let's see what, if anything, this will do. All right, it is set. It is set. Last 5 rounds. And we'll go grab our targets and see what it looks like. First shot. I will say, after putting all these rounds through this rifle, this action has gotten a lot smoother. So that is one, I guess, benefit to this whole endeavor. Oh, huh, not take a round? Guess it did not. Okay, maybe that was my fault, I don't know. Brake cheek wheel, we're definitely not going to shoot a group now. Well, not terrible. All right, so that was our last shot. Let me run down. I'm gonna go get our targets. We'll compare them to the last ones, and we'll get some final thoughts. All right, guys, so here's our targets. So first one up, 5-inch pounds. And again, hey, you know, at least they're all on the shooting C's this time. That right there is not too bad. Of course, we got one over here. And for me personally, I really, really hope, I'll have to go back and watch the footage, but I hope there's 3 shots in that. If that's the case, or 2 shots here, either 3 here or 2 here. I know there's 2 here, but if that's the case, that's probably our best group that I have had so far. So I can live with that. At this point, I can honestly say I can live with that performance there. This was 15. I was getting really excited here. And then of course we had to put 2 right here, which that doesn't make any sense either. And then here was 20. We started getting that lateral stringing going on again. And here was our last one, 25-inch pounds. Nothing really to write home about there. Got one massive flyer all the way up there in the upper left, which it did a lot previous to bedding and this stock. Here is 30. At least it's actually kind of a group, I guess. And 35. Started out pretty good, but we did have one over here on the upper left as usual. And then our last one, massive lateral stringing here. We've got one all the way out over here on the left. So with that being said, let me grab our previous ones. And I'll be honest, they were rather embarrassing, not gonna lie. But let's see here. So here was our previous targets. They were pretty rough, but even beforehand, look at 10-inch pounds. 10-inch pounds performed the best out of the previous run of this with the full bedding. So I think 10-inch pounds is probably what I'm going to go with. The wind's kind of playing havoc on me now, but yeah, beforehand, not even a group, guys. I mean, they were huge spreads. So we've took it from this nonsense down to at least, you know, something respectable. I would call that respectable. Is it exactly where I want it? No, of course not. I would love to see all of those shots within that center, but that's probably about 1.5 inches, maybe a little less than 2 inches spread there on that 10-inch pounds. Honestly, I'm going to say that's probably a win for this rifle. As much testing and shooting as I have done with these things, I think that's probably about as good as it's going to get. Now, could that change if we shot the 20 grain load? Possibly it could. if I get enough of that ammunition in, we may reshoot this, but I think I am going to take this and set it at 10-inch pounds, finally put the trigger guard back on it and just call it, and then maybe just get some practical shooting with it and just see how it does off of that. But I have all of the bedding out, so it is completely free floated up until right here where the action actually meets the pillars. So there is nothing touching the barrel or the front of the action. Apparently this rifle does not like that. So I hope this information has helped you guys. I will get some more videos of this. I know there's a lot of you that are interested in the Bmag still, even to date, like myself. So get some more footage of that for you guys as the summer months progress on here at the hide. But if you'd like to see anything else on this, please let me know. Hit me up over on the Facebook page. Always happy to interact with you all there. Check out the deals on the campsite page. And as always, shoot straight. Later.